Hello everyone, Genki here, and with the recent reveal of Polchageist, I decided I needed to do a Sinistea challenge before the release of the DLC. Sinistea is a little ghost teacup with a 308 base stat total. That's 2 points less than our first form starter. All of our stats are close to even, except for our 74 base special attack, which is 29 points higher than our physical attack. The combination of our 40 base HP, 45 base defense, and 54 base special defense means we have decent bulk for our first 4 Pokemon. Also, we are in a space of being neither fast nor slow. By level up, Sinistea learns a lot of status moves, with a couple of attacks. But at higher levels, we do learn some good moves, like Shadow Ball and Giga Drain. By TM, we get access to more ghost moves, along with Psychic and Dark type moves. However, other than getting Shadow Ball early and getting Nasty Ball at the setup, I don't really see much use out of these moves. Now, time for the rules. I can only use Sinistea in battle. No items in battle, only Helldime's items outside of combat are allowed. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's begin. We start the challenge at the first Poké Center, so I can transfer into Sinistea through Pokemon Home. I'd name them Tina. They are modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and their ability is weak armor. This means with every physical hit, our defense goes down by 1 stage, but our speed goes up by 2. This might be decent if we can set up to sweep the opponent's team. At level 1, Tina only starts with Astonish and Withdraw. That's bad, because at Route 2, the first trainer uses a Squirrelvet, a normal type Pokemon, who is immune to Astonish. We had to grind it so much on Rookies, who I'm thankful are only flying type and not flying a normal. At level 9, we move from Route 1 to Route 2, where we can now grind on Toodles and more Rookies. Rookies help boost a Pokemon's speed stat, so we're going to be speedy little teacup. We kept up the grind until Tina hit level 12 and learned Mega Drain. The first trainer Squirrelvet was a 2 KO, but more importantly, it's time for Hop. Hop's Wooloo was a 2 KO with Mega Drain, but we got hit with Growl. This lowers the power of our Astonish, which is not good because next is Grookey. We have better special attack, but Mega Drain is resisted. Grookey started with a Branch Poke, which activated our weak armor, but then spammed Growl for 3 turns, before going for a second Branch Poke, which took Tina to a third of their health. We will go down to 1 more hit, but thankfully we had gotten a couple flinches, because Grookey was a 9-hit KO. Last on Hop's team is Rookidee, and we're at -5 attack. We switched to using Mega Drain, which is still resisted, but it was doing quite a bit of damage. Rookidee hit us with Peck, which activated our weak armor, so we're now at -3 defense. However, Rookidee then went for Leer, allowing us to finish it off with 2 more hits. We can now finally go to the wall area, where we get extremely lucky, because the Ghost Dynamax raid is active. 1-star Ghost raids give us the TR for Shadow Ball, which I used to immediately replace Astonish. I also got Tina up to level 15, before entering the city and attending the opening ceremony. Following the ceremony is the Battle of Hop. I forgot to mention this earlier, but Hop's Wooloo cannot hit ghost types, so it will spam status moves. However, it only went for Growl, and we no longer have any move that uses our attack stat, so it went down 4 hits. With Shadow Ball now in our arsenal, Grookey is a 2 KO, and last is Rookidee, who was a 1-shot. We cannot air Gallon on mine, where we have to battle Bead, but Shadow Ball 1-shot swept his whole team. Time for the first gym. We battled Milo at level 18, and Gossifleur was a 2 KO. But then against Elagos, our max Phantasm did very little damage. Here's our main issue. Tina is considered a trade Pokemon, so at level 21 with 0 badges, they will stop listening to me. Thankfully, the gaming gods were on our side, because Nasty Plant was available for sale, without me needing to reset the watch readers. Nasty Plot raises our special attack by 2 stages every turn it is used. But to effectively set it up against Gossifleur, who will only hit us with Magical Leaf, we equip Leftovers. We then switched between Nasty Plot and Protect until we had fully set up 3 Nasty Plots. Gossifleur was then a one-shot. Eldegoss, however, survived the Max Phantasm on Sliver, but we survived its Max Overgrowth, so it went down the next turn. With 1 badge, Tina will listen to us until level 31, so we're in the clear, as we go into our next pop battle. With Wooloo still unable to hit us, we easily set up Nasty Plot, which allows us to one-shot Hopsicle team. On to the second gym. Goldie outspeeds, but it can only hit Tina with Water Pulse, which was doing decent damage, as we set up 2 Nasty Plots. We were at half health when we went on the offensive, but then Mega Drain swept Ness's whole team. Following the gym, we have another battle with Bede, who is still a one-shot sweep with Shadow Ball. Following Bede, we have this double battle against some Team Yellow grunts, but we were losing on the first turn. Linoon would do big damage with Night Slash, causing us to go down the Thievel Snarl. We did a little stack grinding, but I decided to prioritize leveling up with raids, because at level 36, Tina learns Giga Drain, a stronger version of Mega Drain. For the grunts, I had Tina start with a Nasty Plot, as Linoon's Night Slash and Thievel Snarl leave Tina at only 8 HP. Linoon was a one-shot with Giga Drain. This sends out Pancham, who I believe has no dark moves. We then finished off Thievel, who was at a third thanks to Wooloo's double kicks. Pancham then took out Wooloo, so Hop sent out Clover Squire, as the grunt sent out Liepard. Liepard survived Giga Drain, but it tried to hit Clover Squire, so it went down the next turn, as Clover Squire finished off Pancham. Next up is Marnie and Motorstoke. Marnie starts with Krogunk, who hits us with Sucker Punch, which I forgot it had, as we take it the red health with Round. I had replaced Shadow Ball with Round since Team Yellow's Pokemon resisted Shadow Ball. We then go for Protect, which was the wrong move because Marnie then healed Krogunk. However, Krogunk was basically locked into Sucker Punch, which only hits if Tina uses his attacking move. So this allowed us to set up 2 Nasty Plots before taking out Krogunk. Scraggy was a one-shot, and because we were at plus 4 speed from weak armor, we outsped Morpeko and took it out without receiving any more damage. Time for the third gym. But because we were a special attacker, we didn't have to worry about Will-O-Wisp, and set up all 3 of our Nasty Plots. I had Tina relearn Shadow Ball, which one-shot Ninetales. Arcanine outsped Tina, and did big damage with Bite, but it was a one-shot. And last is Cinescorch, who is also a one-shot. We can now head Hammerlock and on the Stone side, where we have a battle with Hop. Hop this time leads with Cramorant, who outspeeds, but we went for 1 Nasty Plot, and blocked Cramorant's dive with Protect. Its Pluck does good damage, and activated weak armor, as we 2-shot it with Giga Drain. Blackie's next, but it is a one-shot with Shadow Ball, as was Silly Cobra and Toxel. Time for the 4th gym. We start the battle by going for Nasty Plot, which immediately got disabled. Yamask was a one-shot though, as was Crusola. But next is Mimikyu. Mimikyu outspeeds and went for Home Claws, raising its attack as our Shadow Ball destroys Mimikyu's disguise. Mimikyu then went for its priority Shadow Sneak, taking Tina straight to 15 HP. It was a one-shot, and last was Gengar, who we outsped thanks to weak armor and one-shot with Max Phantasm. Following the gym is a battle with Bede, but yeah. Time for the 5th gym. I had Tina hold a Pecha Berry, thinking Weezing would use Sludge, but I forgot Ghost resists poison, so Weezing only hit us with Fairy Wind, as we set up our 3 Nasty Plots. Opal's team was a one-shot sweep. We can now head back to Hammerlock, where we have a battle with Hop. Hop leads with Trevenant. Trevenant has super effective Shadow Claw, so I had Tina learn Will-O-Wisp, since the burn will have Trevenant's attack stat. Shadow Claw though, still does 43 HP in damage. We then go for Nasty Plot, as Trevenant used Confuse Ray. However, we don't hit ourselves in confusion and one-shot Trevenant. Next is Bolt Hunt, but the speed boost from weak armor allowed us to outspeed and take it out. Roboom and Heatmore are both one-shots, but last is Snorlax. Snorlax is immune to Shadow Ball, so I use Stored Power, a psychic move that gets stronger the more you buff your stats. We only set up one Nasty Plot, so Stored Power only took Snorlax to above half health. I decided to set up a second Nasty Plot, but then Snorlax did big damage with Heavy Slam. Thankfully, we outspeed, so one more Stored Power takes out Snorlax. Time for the 6th gym, and this is where the difficulty ramps up a little bit. Melanie leads with Frostmoth, who outspeeds and uses special attacks. Frostmoth likes to use Icy Wind, which lowers Tina's speed. This is bad because now we're slower than Darmanitan. Frostmoth being a 2 KO with a +2 Shadow Ball doesn't help either. However, we then got this run against Melanie, where at level 49, only 2 levels higher, we now outspeed Frostmoth, who went for its first Feather Dance this playthrough. Feather Dance lowers physical attack, so it's not a bother. Frostmoth still survived Shadow Ball on the Sliver, but it just went for Hail, so it went down, and we're facing Darmanitan at full health. I have leftovers to negate Hail, by the way. Darmanitan goes first and goes for Taunt, so no more Nasty Plots. However, Darmanitan was a one-shot. Icecube survived Shadow Ball, but then it went from Amnesia, which is a little too late, as we finish it off. Last is Lapras, but is a 2 KO with Max Overload. Time for another battle with Hop, but Hop leads with Double this time, who still has nothing that can hit Ghost, so we set up all our Nasty Plots. Double was a one-shot with Giga Drain. Snorlax survived Giga Drain, and did big damage with Crunch, which activated our weak armor. The Hail put Snorlax in the potion range, but the potion did not fully heal Snorlax, so our Giga Drain put Snorlax back into red health, causing it to go down to Hail. With Hop's normal types out of the way, the rest of his team was a sweep with Shadow Ball. We can now go down Route 9, and into our next battle with Marnie. Marnie's Life Heart's only attacking move is Sucker Punch, so while we did get hit with Torment, we were able to set up our 3 Nasty Plots. Lifeheart then went for its own Nasty Plot as we went on the offensive and one-shot it and the rest of Marnie's team. Morpeko did leave Tina at 12 HP though. That worries me, because next is the Dark Gym. To get past the gym trainers, we had to pick up the Eviolite, an item which boosts the Pokemon's defense and special defense by 50% if the Pokemon is unevolved. This gave Tina enough bulk to get past the gym trainers, but now we have to face Pierce. We used Will-O-Wisp first turn to burn Scrafty and cut its attack in half, but Tina went down 2 hits. At this point, I did quite a bit of stack grinding and level grinding, before finally getting this attempt. Payback is now 3 KO after Will-O-Wisp, so we're able to set up a single Nasty Plot, before one-shotting Scrafty with Hex. I went with Hex because with Scrafty burned, it is stronger than Giga Drain. Malamar is a one-shot with Giga Drain, which gave us a lot of health back. Obstagoon survived Giga Drain though, and it went for Throat Chop, which took Tina straight to 3 HP. Thankfully, Tina is faster, so Obstagoon was down, and last is Skuntank. Skuntank tried to hit Tina with Sucker Punch, but it failed as we burned Skuntank with Will-O-Wisp. This caused Pierce AI to go for Snarl, because Tina went first and one-shot Skuntank with Hex. Time for the last gym, and we had an issue on who to take out first. Flygon had super effective Crunch, but Gigalith had Rock Blast, and for those who don't know, multi-hit moves activate weak armor with every hit. Thankfully, it did not take that many attempts before we got this run. Flygon started by taking out Magikarp, as we had Tina set up a Nasty Plot. Gigalith then got a 2-hit Rock Blast, so we're now at -2 defense, but +4 speed. We then one-shot Gigalith with Giga Drain, as Flygon took us to almost a third of our health with Crunch. Raihan sent us Sandaconda, but then we one-shot Flygon with Shadow Ball, as Sandaconda used Glare. Last on Raihan's team is Duraludon. Sandaconda decided to waste his turn by going for Protect, as Tina one-shot Duraludon with Max Phantasm. and then Sanacana with Max Overgrowth. We can now head to Winden to attend the semifinals, where our first opponent is Marnie. Marnie's life part now has Snarl alongside Sucker Punch. Snarl lowers special attack with every hit, so despite setting up 2 nasty plots, we were only at +2 as we took out life part with Giga Drain. Scrafty survived Giga Drain and hit Tina with Crunch. Lifeheart before had hit us with Torment, but I made the wrong move, and as Marnie used her Full Restore, I had Tina use Protect. We could have gotten another nasty plot. However, as Scrafty survived Giga Drain again, it just went for Scary Face, lowering our speed, so it went down the next turn. Toxicroak never went for Sucker Punch, so it's an easy one-shot. Morpeko took Tina to 69 HP, nice, with Bite, but was a one-shot, and last is Grimmsnarl, who was also a one-shot. Next up is Hop. Double now has a move that can hit Tina, but it was doing very little damage as we set up 2 nasty plots. Double was then a one-shot. Snorlax survived Giga Drain, and its Heavy Slam did exactly 70 HP. However, this time, I decided to be smart, and as Hop uses Full Restore, we set up our final nasty plot. But then despite this, Snorlax survived on like 1 HP, so we took another hit by Heavy Slam before taking out Snorlax. With our now fully maxed out special attack, the rest of Hop's team were one-shots. Time to Skill Rose Tower, where you have to battle Oleana. Frostlass outspeeds, but it missed its Will-O-Wisp as we set up nasty plot. It then hit us with Hex, before going down to a one-shot by Shadow Ball. My luck was a crit one-shot with Giga Drain. Salazzle outsped, but it only used Poison Gas as we took it out. Serena was a one-shot, and last is Garbodor, who was also a one-shot. Time to start the finals, but first is the battle with Bede. We set up 1 nasty plot against Mawile, who hit us with Crunch, activating our weak armor. This allowed us to outspeed and take out Bede's entire team. Time for Nessa. We started with a nasty plot as Gliscott hit Tina with Shadow Claw. We then went for Giga Drain, which left Gliscott on a sliver, activating his emergency exit. Ferroscoot is next, but it is a one-shot, so Gliscott's back. I knew Nessa would use her Full Restore, so I had Tina set up a second nasty plot. This caused the rest of Nessa's team to be one-shots. Next is Alistair. We set up 1 nasty plot, as Dusknoir took us to almost half health with Shadow Punch. This activated weak armor, which helped us outspeed and sweep Alistair's entire team. Last is Raihan, and this did not turn out how I expected. I replaced Tina's Eviolite with the Lumberry because I thought Torkoal would use Yawn, but instead it used Lava Plume as we set up nasty plot. Lava Plume took Tina to half health, but Torkoal was a one-shot. Flygon's next, and it outspeeds, but it decided to go for Sandstorm. It then survived Giga Drain on a sliver. I knew Raihan would go for his Full Restore, so I had Tina set up a second nasty plot. Flygon then took Tina to a third of their health with Crunch, but it was now a one-shot, and so was the rest of Raihan's team. Next up we have to go battle Chim and Rose. We go for a single nasty plot, as the Scavalier went for Swords Dance. It was a one-shot, as was Berserker. We go for a second nasty plot against Ferrothorn, because I knew it would use Curse. It was a one-shot. Klinkling outsped Tina, and got a crit, but it was a one-shot, and so was Caparaja. Time for Eternatus. Eternatus outspeeds, but thanks to our Eviolite, we survived Dragon Pulse with above half health, as we set a nasty plot. Eternatus then used Cross Poison, which activated weak armor, which is great because it survived Shadow Ball with a quarter health. However, we now outspeed and finish off Eternatus. For Eternamax Eternatus, we start with Protect, but Eternatus attacked double first. Eternatus usually hits one of the dogs on the second turn, so he went for Shadow Ball, before going for Protect again on the third turn. However, Eternatus again attacks double, which takes it out, so hops in out Snorlax. On our fourth turn, Zamazenta got a crit, which caused Eternatus to be left on a sliver after being hit by Tina and Snorlax. Zacian then goes for Sacred Sword, which Eternus resist, leaving it on an actual sliver, before Zamazinda's crunch finished off Eternus. Finally, it's time for Leon. At level 74, Angel Slash in shield form is a one-shot after only using one nasty plot, but they were outsped by Dragapult. Dragapult's Shadow Ball only did 2/3 of Tina's health thanks to our Eviolite, but I had decided to go for a nasty plot, so we lost this round. To get past Dragapult with decent health, we need to use Giga Drain, which at +6 is a 2 KO, but Tina is also 2 KO with Shadow Ball. On attempts where we did make it past Dragapult, Leon sends out Inteleon, who also outspeeds and kicks out Tina with Dark Pulse. At level 85, we get a run where we safely set up all 3 of our nasty plots against Angel Slash. Dragapult still outspeeds, but our Giga Drain at +6 leaves Dragapult in red health. This causes Leon to use his full restore, giving us a free turn to one-shot Dragapult with Shadow Ball. For some reason, Inteleon at this attempt went for Tearful Look, lowering Tina's special attack to +5. It was a one-shot with Giga Drain, filling us back up to full health. This is ideal, because next is Haxorus, who outspeeds and takes Tina to below half health with Outrage, which activates our weak armor. It is a one-shot though, as was Mr. Rhyme and Charizard. We beat Pokemon's Shield with only Sinistea. This was so much easier than I thought it would be. This teacup is strong. I can't wait to try out Polchageist. Okay, to those who made it this far, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.